each of these three battlefronts, election integrity, the transgender agenda, and COVID-19, the science of COVID-19, are critical parts of the leftist agenda to impose Marxism on our country. It's not arbitrary. Why? Because each of these three battlefronts, election integrity, the transgender agenda, and COVID-19, the science of COVID-19, are critical parts of the leftist agenda to impose Marxism on our country. And it's very important for us tonight to understand how. First, the left undermines our voting system, the bedrock of self-governance, to seize our elections, to rig elections even, to produce results that ensure leftist politicians have power in perpetuity, and that we, the voters, cannot hold them accountable, as we should be able to do. Simultaneously, the left destroys objective truth. They destroy reality by telling you that men can be women, and it's transphobic if you don't cheer for Leah Thomas, the biological man who, by the way, still has male genitalia and he dates a woman, but identifies as a woman and competes as a woman, breaking records in the Ivy League women's championships, destroying actual female competition. If you're opposed to that, according to the left, you are transphobic. Now, destroying objective truth in this way conditions citizens to accept anything the experts tell them. Well, enter COVID-19, the same leftist politicians who rigged our election systems to give themselves basically permanent power and who tell you that you're hateful and you're bigoted if you think it's unfair for a dude and his junk to win the ladies' competition, are now demanding that we hand over all of our remaining rights and freedoms to them in order to keep other people safe. But that, my friends, is how it works in a technocracy, not a constitutional republic. Well, that's what the left wants. They want you to be unable to question the experts. But who are the experts? Well, they're not actual experts. Think about, for example, what happened to Dr. Robert Malone. Do you know who Dr. Robert Malone is? Dr. Robert Malone holds over 6 patents for inventing the technology that's used in the mRNA vaccine. He owns 6 of those patents. He knows about this technology, yet Dr. Robert Malone was banned from Twitter, banned by big tech. Why? Because he sent out a tweet questioning whether the Pfizer vaccine was effective against COVID-19. Yeah, it's not. That's all. That's why he was banned from Twitter. But why did Twitter care if a doctor with only a moderate social media following to begin with, no offense, claimed that the Pfizer vaccine was ineffective? Because Twitter and big tech are working in tandem with the left to suppress the truth about COVID, the truth being that the virus is dangerous to some very old and very sick people, but in general is not fatal for the vast, vast, vast majority of people who catch it. The left must suppress this truth in order to convince people that COVID is so dangerous, so very dangerous, that it justifies the draconian power grabs by the government. So the experts are not the actual experts who invented the technology inherent to the vaccine. The experts are defined by the left. The arbiter of truth, the self-anointed arbiter of truth, and arbiter of the arbiter of truth.